Hey, Myles, to get started here, what do you think about going against Freddie Kitchens while he's going to be calling the plays against you guys on defense?
I'm not going against Freddie Kitchens. I'm going against the offensive line, the quarterback, and everybody else they have on the offense. I'm not having a personal battle with him. That's up for coaches to go against coaches and players to go against players.
What do you think about Joe Woods going against Freddie Kitchens?
I don't think Joe Woods has any personal involvement with that. I don't think he has anything other than winning the game on his mind. It's just Browns versus Giants.
Do you think Freddie knowing you guys? I think it's like 9 of the 11 defensive starters were here last year. Do you think that helps Freddie at all, or is that just a moot point?
I think he should just worry about his guys and not expecting us to be the same as we were last year.
Thank you, Nate. Marla Ridenour, you're up next.
Yeah, Myles. I just wanted to ask you about how you're feeling this week. I mean, Nate talked to Rodney Harrison. He thought you were still feeling the effects of COVID on Monday. Do you feel like you're getting your wind back now?
I'm trying. Still doing breathing treatments, and I'm still doing conditioning on my own. But I'm feeling better each day.
I mean, did you think you were far from your real self, like against the Ravens? I mean, any idea where you are in this?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to feel completely 100 with my wind. Physically speaking, strength wise, I feel normal. It's just about trying not to gas out too early and trying to pace myself, knowing that it can jump on me rather quickly.
And I wanted to ask about your elbow. I mean, obviously you didn't miss very many snaps, but was that just almost like a stinger thing, or what happened there?
Went to dive on the halfback as he was going down, and I think Fluker grabbed me and tried to torque me as I was going down. I kind of fell down on my arm wrong, and I was trying to get it out of there before it snapped. It wasn't in a good position, but I was able to move it out the way, and it kind of got hyperextended while I was going down, but I was able to just put the brace on and play through it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Daryl Ryder is next.
Hey, Myles, with Daniel Jones officially questionable, it's unclear who's actually going to start at quarterback, either him or Colt McCoy. From your perspective, does it matter who the quarterback is? Do you change your approach based on, who's under center?
Absolutely. Me and Cole have the same financial advisor, and if he's under center, I'm going to make sure to bust his ass and tell Mr. Oster about it.
Going to make him earn his money?
Absolutely. Every cent of it. And
then the Giants' run game, what do you see from it on film? And their running back, Wayne Gallman, is averaging around 4 yards a carry. I think he's up among the league leaders in yards after contact. Just what do you see from him?
I think they're underrated. They've won the last 4 of their 5, and they're turning it on at the right time. And so they have a solid run game. That's what they want to do. They want to establish that, and then pick you apart a little bit. When you try to set everything you have to stop in the run, and they have some talented offensive linemen as well as a talented back. They're missing Saquon, and that's a crucial part of the offense. But they still got a lot of playmakers.
Thank you, Daryl. We'll go back to Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Myles, we haven't talked to Olivier this week. It's kind of flown under the radar a little bit with a ton of storylines going on for a primetime game, but he's going back to MetLife, and I was wondering if you've talked to him about that. Hey, we're talking about reunions with Freddie and all that, but is Olivier going back something that's firing him up?
I thought about that, but I hadn't asked him about it. I know he's going to be juiced up, especially getting a chance to go against one of the guys who was traded for in Zeitler. So you could have a monster game.
Thank you, Nate. Our next question goes to Mary Kay Cabot.
Yeah, Myles, I mean, everybody describes you all the time as, an athletic freak of nature, and just to look at you, you always look like obviously the picture of health. So my question is this surprising to you, that COVID, kind of had this impact on you, such a young and a healthy guy, that you're still having to do breathing treatments and things like that?
I mean, I just think people are so caught up in conspiracies and trying to downplay it that they don't actually see that it can be serious in different ways. Talk about how there's not many cases of people dying from it, but that's not all it's about. There's cases of people having mental illnesses just as an effect of COVID. Heart problems, lung issues, being hospitalized for days and weeks on end. There's so many things that come with being diagnosed with COVID or testing positive for COVID. I mean, you have to take it seriously. This is something that is gonna stay with you for a while. You don't know how long, but you just have to take care of yourself and do what you got to do to stay healthy. Whether it's affecting your head, your heart, or your lungs. Do what you can to bounce back. Now I'm trying to take it as seriously as possible so that I can be back correct towards this game and the season, hopefully in the playoffs.
So if a young healthy guy like you can be battling with it, I mean, does that send a message? Do you think that sends a message to other people about what this is all about?
I think it should. I don't think anybody should think they're bulletproof for this. That just because you're asymptomatic, that it won't have any effect on you down the line. This is something new that nobody's ever seen before. So you just have to try to stay away from it if you can. But if you do have it, stay away from others and make sure you try to go to the doctor. Do what you can to keeping this from hospitalizing you or causing further issues for yourself or your family.
Thank you, Myles.
Thanks, Mary Kay. Scott Petrick is up.
Hey, Myles. I know Lamar is Lamar, but how disappointing or frustrating was it going back and watching that tape and kind of the defense's performance?
It's always tough watching offense put 40 on you, but watching a guy like that do it, I'm not trying to say a guy like that as in he's a bad person. He's always been a great person. I've seen him, talked to him, sat down with him. His mother as well. Had the chance to meet her, but he's talented. He's athletic. You hate to get beat, but he's athletic enough to escape the pocket and make those plays, and we just got to make those adjustments. We got to come with a plan to keep him from, getting his momentum going and his himself out the pocket to find open guys. We just didn't do that. We were able to get to him, but there's still too many plays where he was able to escape, find someone open, or he just didn't have enough pressure on him to be looking at us instead of downfield.
Well, and then as you approach this stretch run and then probably the playoffs, do you feel like the defense needs to elevate its game to help complement what the offense is doing, and how so?
Absolutely. Early on in the season, we were playing our tails off, and we were making some big plays to keep us in the game, and now it's kind of been twisted on its head with last game with how much they put on the board, and we couldn't get a stop. Now when we needed it, so now we have to come together and make it happen game after game. That's what real elite teams do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. We'll take two more. Marla Ridenour and Nate Ulrich. Marla, go ahead.
Yep. Myles, this might be a little weird, but Colt always used to be really good in the 2-minute drill. Could you see them throwing that in there just to kind of wear you guys down?
Depending on what they do in 2 minutes. If they're going quick, then that's tough on you as a D lineman. Going upfield, running back, going upfield, running back. But if we're on our P's and Q's and we're to get them to third down and long, then we can open it up, blitz, or take our chances with the D line 4-man rush.
And one more quick thing about your recovery. Have you had to cut back on your, weightlifting or training or anything just to try to get yourself to game night?
No, I've honestly turned it up, just trying to catch back up to what I feel like I was at before. I want to be progressing, not digressing or going backwards. So we'll see. Hopefully it's the right state of mind to have, but I think I'm doing well and getting back to where I was with my condition.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. And the final question goes to Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Myles, one more thing about the matchup. We were talking to Chris Kiffin earlier today, and he said he showed you guys the film of the most recent game. The Cardinals had 8 sacks, so that kind of jumps out. Do you see a lot of opportunities there for your group in this matchup?
Yeah, we make it happen. They only got 8 sacks because they earned the right to rush the passer by stopping the run. They did it well, and they're able to get them in downs where they had to throw the ball, and it couldn't be those short check downs. They have to spread it out, and so those are long developing plays, and you had guys making plays, especially Reddick. He was on fire, and you see something like that, you're like, hell, what can I make happen?